All right, so another day of interviews. Have the same cart loaded from earlier this week. Haven't really changed anything. Didn't get a chance to charge any batteries, but I'm pretty sure I have enough to get me through today. Probably should have topped them off, but it's just a long week. Been one of those weeks. But yeah, I don't think really anything different for this shoot. Just more talking head interviews. So same 2-camera package. Tripod stands in the middle. Cameras on the bottom. Batteries and whatnot up here. That's all I need. See you guys over there. Just made it to location. Getting the car unloaded. Innovative cart packed. Ready to go. I'm gonna let this clip play in real time so you guys can see how easy it is to navigate through like a tight space with the innovative cart. I know on the 360 cam it kind of looks like I'm just bumping into everything, but I can assure you I didn't touch anything going through this like super tight hallway here. And I mean, my cart was pretty much maxed out. I want to say I had at least 600-700 pounds of equipment on here. Sandbags, C-stands, cameras, tripods, pretty much everything I needed for this 2-camera shoot. So it was nice just having everything on this cart and just being able to get it exactly where I needed without too much effort. So this is a part of the same project that I've been working on this week, and it's just gathering more stories and just another talking head interview. Tried to keep the exact same format as far as lighting and whatnot, just trying to change up the background so it doesn't look exactly the same. We settled on utilizing this corner with some of the window space out here. It was pretty interesting looking. The only downside is they were doing a lot of construction outside, so it wasn't very pretty out there. So I purposely tried to overexpose the windows so that way you couldn't really see much of anything out there. I definitely could have, exposed for the windows with the 600D. I think I had this light at like 4 or 5%. So I easily could have, maxed that light out to 100 and put a heavy ND filter on the cameras and kind of exposed for that background. But I purposely wanted to not see anything out there. So this was kind of what we agreed upon and what we thought was best for this shot here. But yeah, the FX3 is such a great camera for these interviews. I do have them, rigged up quite a bit with monitors and a rail system and gold mount batteries and all that. But I could easily, break them down and essentially have 2 camera bodies in a backpack with 2 lenses and internal batteries, which they do last quite a bit. You still get at least an hour of record time on those new Sony batteries. That way, essentially still getting the same image quality. I just like rigging out the cameras so they're a little bit easier to work with. Hey everyone, so I'm headed to Dallas for the Dallas Filmmaker Meetup with David Morefield. Super excited for this meetup, and I get to take my new ride. I'm super stoked. Oh wait, what's that? Actually, yep, there it is. Get to take my old ride. But yeah, I had such a great time at the Dallas Filmmaker Meetup. It honestly was invaluable. for me. I'm so glad I was able to go. You know, it's always pretty tough because as soon as like I booked my hotel for this trip, I was flooded with like job opportunities for Sunday and Monday. And it was tough to turn those down, honestly, because, you know, essentially with this Dallas filmmaker thing, I had to get a hotel, I had to spend gas money, I had to, you know, miss a little bit of work on Monday and that sort of thing. So it definitely was, you know, like spending money as opposed to if I took one of those gigs, it would be making money. But I think investing in yourself is always a good thing. Like networking, it's always a good thing. You know, obviously you can't just network and not do any work, you know, but I think there's definitely a good balance there where you have to determine like, you know, this is a good opportunity for me to meet a lot of new people. And I've been following David Morefield and Cranky Cameraman and, you know, these guys for such a long time. And it was so awesome being able to meet them in person and have conversation with them. And just ultimately, they're just people. They're normal people. They might live in a different state, but we're so much alike in so many ways. And I'm a classic introvert, so I definitely have to force myself to do something like this. It doesn't come natural to me to want to be in a room full of people and put myself out there. So this was definitely one of those exercises where you kind of have to force yourself to do something. But I feel like that's really the only way you grow is when you do something you're not comfortable with and you know, just do a little bit each time, and that's how you kind of expand that muscle, and that's how you grow for sure. The conversations that I was able to have with so many people were so good, and it's so motivating for me. Sometimes I get stuck in my own little bubble and I feel like I'm not making any progress, but being able to talk to other people who are in, you know, a similar situation to me is kind of refreshing, and it makes me feel like, okay, I'm not in this alone. There's lots of people kind of in the same boat as me. The only thing is I was bummed that I didn't get to meet everyone in the room. There just wasn't enough time to be able to have good conversation with everyone. So if you're watching this video and I didn't get a chance to talk to you in the room, just leave a comment below and let's connect. You know, let's share information. I would love to keep connected with a lot of people that I met in the comments, or, you know, you can text me, you can email me, whatever. Let's just keep this thing going for sure. I just want to give a huge shout out to David Morefield for hosting this event and putting it on. I know it's a ton of work, so I definitely want to just give him all the credit and just I appreciate you, bro, for putting this whole thing together. Thanks so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one.